African American women built this braiding culture. So why are we the ones walking out with bald spots and with no respect? In this video, we're asking the hard question: should African American women boycott African braiders? We're talking hair damage, disrespect, and the real divide behind the braiding chair. Let's tell the truth. Braiding in America started with pain. From the moment our ancestors were forced into slavery, we used braiding to survive. We braided rice seeds into our hair to feed our families. We used braid patterns as maps to escape plantations. Not only that, but we braided messages into each other's hair. Because speaking out loud could cost us everything. But what began as survival became tradition. What once kept us alive became our brand and our style. African American women were braiding hair long before salons, state licenses, and way before viral tutorials. This didn't start in a shop. It started in homes, on porches, in kitchens, at cookouts, and sleepovers. Braiding was never just about looking good. It was about bonding and hair care. Your mother braided your hair. Your cousins braided your hair. And your homegirl did your box braids for prom. We knew what products to use and how to protect our edges and grow our hair naturally. We were not just braiding, we were building a sisterhood. In cities like Detroit, African American women led the hair braiding scene. We had shops like Wig Village and Babes and Braids. And many sisters simply braided from home, no storefront, just skills. Yes, sometimes it took over 8 hours. But your hair was healthy, full, shiny, and it grew. When the braids came out, the results were clear. The hair was glowing and popping with fire. You could hear it and almost see the electric popping off your strands. These sisters knew how to treat your hair, and they took their time. They cared about the outcome, and they cared about you. Then came the shift. African braid shops popped up, offering something different. 3 women would braid your hair at the same time. You're done in 5 hours. And the price? Lower than your sisters down the street. We followed the speed and the savings. And then we walked away from our own sisters. Shops shut down and home braiders lost their clients. And we gave up more than a hairstyle. We gave up quality and the chance to support our own. Now let's talk about TikTok and YouTube. It's trending with a hair braiding war between 2 black worlds. It started with a comment claiming that without Africans, African Americans would not have braid shops, black doctors, African restaurants, or even black-owned stores. That struck a nerve. Now, some are calling for a boycott of African braid shops and African businesses, starting August 1st and running into 2026. But this isn't just internet drama. This is real tension, and it's been building, but we need unity among the 2 worlds. Let me speak from experience. I have been doing my own hair for a very long time. People used to say my hair would never grow past my face, but I am a woman who likes a challenge. With proper care, it grew past my neck, past my shoulders, and then down my back. If you are curious how I did it, Just drop a comment and I will be happy to share. But I don't let just anyone braid or style my hair. And I believe African American women should stop letting some African braiders touch their hair. Let's talk about why. It's so sad to say that there is a clear divide between us because we're the same people. And if I am being honest, the disrespect feels more one-sided. Some African women have said openly they do not want African men dating African American women. Others come here and are told we're lazy, uneducated, and not worth dealing with. When we reach out to you, you reject us. You do not allow us in your conversations. And then you think you are smarter and better. Some of us already think you wanted to sell us into slavery.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that, African family. Wise up. The game Europe played on Africa over 400 years ago is still working. But do they know our history? We worked for free in this country for over 200 years under conditions subhuman. Then we worked for nearly free for another 100 years under extreme pressure. And even today, minimum wage is below $8 per hour. Now let's talk about the disrespect in the African chair. You sit down and they speak in a language you don't understand. They talk and laugh the entire time while ignoring you. And they do it right over your head. You are paying them. You showed up on time. But you are treated like an inconvenience. In our own community, it was never like that. Our sister stylists talked to us. They asked about our families. They prayed with us. That chair was a safe space. Now, for many of us, it feels like walking into a place where you're invisible until it's time to pay. And what's worse, we go back. Let's talk about the damage to your hair. Some African braiders grip too tight. The braid itself may be small, no bigger than a sewing needle. And they grip it hard right at the root. That kind of tightness is not needed. It doesn't make the style last longer. It doesn't make the hair grow. But it does destroy the hair shaft and it weakens the root. If one strand gets trapped between two braids, it can be easily snapped. Over time, those tiny breaks add up. Tight braids, heavy added hair, and a dry scalp only make it worse. And when you take those braids out, your hair comes out too, sometimes in bald spots. You know, you feel that tug. And then you feel that pop. That's your hair breaking. And it's thinning and the spots never grow back. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, traction alopecia is a top cause of hair loss in African American women. It comes from repeated tension, braids, weaves, and tight ponytails. It's preventable. But once the damage is done, it can be permanent. In one California case, a young woman was awarded $300,000 after a tight weave caused permanent scalp damage. Doctors called it pressure necrosis. The braid was so tight, it cut off blood flow. The tissue died, and her hair never grew back in that spot. So now, my African American sisters, take a real look at your beautiful hair. Are you wondering why you're bald in certain spots? Why your hair hasn't grown back in years? You can thank your African sisters for some of that. And those box perms too, but we'll save that for another video. It's time to return to your own. Stop going to salons that don't value your hair or your worth. Stop spending your money in nail shops that don't respect you. That's also another video. Real talk, let's go deeper. When I sold cars, I saw how every group stuck with their own. Hispanics customers came in acting like they didn't speak English. Until a Spanish-speaking salesperson showed up. Then suddenly, they were fluent in English. White customers looked around, then walked straight over to the white salespeople. But black folks, we will go to anybody. Where is the loyalty? Come on, family, stop that. Don't do that. We can't get mad at others for supporting their own, just because we won't support each other first. Let's go the extra mile to spend with our own first. Because everybody else already does. That's a wrap, history seekers. If you felt this message, share it with your sisters, your cousins, your homegirls. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.